we'll be going over IRS Form W-4V, Voluntary Withholding Request. So most of you have probably heard of a Form W-4. That's the taxpayer withholding form that you would give to your employer that gives instruction on how to withhold taxes from your paycheck. So this is slightly different version. It's in the same category of forms, but this is a voluntary withholding request specifically for government payments. So there are programs such as unemployment compensation administered by state government agencies, as well as certain federal government programs where this is the form you would use to instruct that payer on tax withholdings. So you can have taxes withheld from your unemployment. You can have taxes withheld from Social Security. We'll go through the entire list step by step of which programs you can use for this form for. So there are a few differences. We'll point them out as we go along. But the primary difference you'll see is that you do have some choices, but you don't have a lot of choices, specifically in terms of how much tax you get to withhold. So it would benefit most taxpayers who think that they may be in the 22% tax bracket or above to probably do a little bit of tax planning just to get an estimate of their tax situation. So, for example, if you're taking Social Security benefits and you can only withhold tax at the 22% bracket or 22% rate, but you know for a fact that you're in, let's say, the 32% tax bracket, then you may want to take a look at other sources of income to see where you can make up that shortfall. So let's go ahead and start with the form. We'll start at the top where you're going to enter your personal information. So in this case, John Q. Doe, his Social Security number is in block 2. His home address, complete with city, state, and zip code. If you're filing this from overseas, for example, if you're a Social Security recipient, then you should enter your overseas address and then put in your city, province, whatever your postal code is for your country of residence, and then also enter the name of the country. Don't abbreviate the name of the country. So if you live in France, write out France. Don't put in FR because that might stand for something else. So do that in line 3. In line 4, there's a space for a claim or identification number. If you've relatively recently applied for a program, then you should have fairly quick access to your identification number or your claim number. For Social Security benefits, there's actually a 1 or 2 letter / number suffix at the end of the Social Security number for the person whose pay record is receiving the benefits. So in this case, John Doe's Social Security number is repeated here, and then the suffix A indicates that he is the primary taxpayer. So there are a list of commonly referred to suffixes that we have in our article. For example, B would indicate that would be John Doe's wife, who happens to be 62 or older. B2 would be a wife that's under age 62 with a child in her care, so on and so forth. D for widows, E for widowed parents. So there's a partial list in our article that you can find on our website. So pay attention to that. It might not have every single situation that is out there. It is a partial list, but you can probably get more information from the Social Security Administration based on your earnings record. So boxes 5, 6, and 7 strictly state how much, if any, federal tax you want withheld. So in box 5, you check it if you want unemployment compensation withheld. You only have the choice to check or not check the box. And if you check the box, they'll withhold a 10% of each payment for as long as you receive unemployment compensation or until you file a new Form W-4V to change your selection. In box 6, this is where you would choose income tax withheld from one of the following: your Social Security benefits, Tier 1 railroad retirement benefits, which is basically the Social Security equivalent for railroad workers, Commodity Credit Corporation loans, certain crop disaster payments made to farmers either under the Agricultural Act or under Title II of the Disaster Assistance Act, or dividends and other distributions from Alaska Native corporations to shareholders. So unlike box 5, you do have a choice to be able to select 7%, 10%, 12%, or 22% tax withholding. That is all. You can't write in a number on the side. You can't elect a flat dollar amount. This form will not let you do that. If you don't want any withholdings and you're filing this simply to revise your tax withholding, you can complete boxes 1 through 4 and then check the box in line 7 and then sign and date the form. And then that's it. That's all you would have to do to stop your withholding. So every time you want to make an adjustment to your withholdings, you can absolutely do that. You would need to submit a new W-4V to the same payer. If you want to increase, if you want to stop your withholdings, you can do that as many times as you want. You simply need to file a new Form W-4V each time. So what do you do with this tax form once you've completed it? Well, don't file it with the IRS. None of these agencies that are paying you work with the IRS directly. So this form does you no good if you try to send it to the IRS. Specifically, you should contact the payer, whether it's the Social Security Administration, whether it's your state unemployment compensation office, what have you. That's who you need to give this form to. So if it's the Social Security Administration, you can fax or mail it to your closest Social Security Administration office. For details, you can find the office locator on the Social Security website, and they should be able to tell you the closest office to where your location is. So there are other W-4 forms that you can use if this is not the correct form for your situation. If for some reason you saw this video, you downloaded the form, there might be another form that's more appropriate. There are actually several different types. So there's W-4, that is if you're going to your employer to change your withholdings. There's IRS form W-4P, which is for certain periodic payments. There's W-4R for one-time or non-recurring payments. And then there's W-4V. So we've written articles and creative videos about all of those different forms. We'll put links to each of those in the show notes for your reference. So if you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. You can reach any of our articles simply by going to teachmepersonalfinance.com. You can type in the name of the tax form that you're searching for in the search bar, such as IRS form W-4V. You'd see our article pop up. If you like our articles, please subscribe to our newsletter. If you like our YouTube videos, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And if you have any questions, comments, or if there's something that you would like me to discuss in an upcoming video, please hit me up in the comments section. Thank you very much and have a great day.